Deals were had, records were broken, and thousands upon thousands of new cards found homes in the first off eBay PWCC monthly auction that just wrapped up on October 29th. And I'm going to provide a full review of the first auction with the pros and the cons and what we bought throughout the week, because I'll tell you what, we did get some awesome deals on some incredible cards. This video is in partnership with PWCC, but everything I say in this video is my own opinion and generated on my own. I will be providing a full review with both the positives and the negatives to help you learn the best way to use the PWCC monthly auction, as November's auction just launched last night. Let's briefly review how the auction works. There are 6 different closing days starting on a Sunday, and for November, the first closing day is the 14th and ending on a Friday. Different categories end each night, starting with baseball, then moving into basketball, then football, soccer, hockey, and non-sport are all on the same night. Then it's trading card games, and then the final night is a final round that consists of a little bit of everything. Bidding is extremely unique in this auction because every single item operates on an extended bidding basis, like the Premier Auction does. It gives the user the ability to determine exactly if they win the item or not. You had to place a bid on the item you're interested in prior to 7 p.m. Pacific time the night of closing to qualify for extended bidding. Because of that, I'd highly recommend you get your bids in early, very early, because you can qualify for a large amount of items for a very low risk by bidding the starting bid of $10 or a little bit higher if a card is already over that. You can already start bidding on the baseball auctions right now. Basketball starts tonight, so be sure to go to the link in the description of this video to view the auction and register to bid. Now, it is time to review the positives and the negatives of the October auction. The first auction was, in large, a huge success as the auction launched with 40,000 different items available. We'll start with the positives in the auction, and people who believed in the auction took the time to register to bid and made an event out of the extended bidding window did extremely well from a buying perspective. I hopped onto the first night of bidding on Sunday night for the baseball when it was going down, and I had really no plans to place any bids that night, and I ended up walking away with 6 cards for a total cost of $1,625. Those 6 cards, based on the last eBay sales, would have cost us around $2,750 on eBay. Clearly, people were not ready for the first night of the auction to close, because if you did take the time to review all 10,000 baseball lots, you surely would have came away with some amazing deals. As the next night was closing, it was the basketball night. The deals did start to dry up some. Don't get me wrong, if you found hidden gems that others weren't looking for, you most definitely would have found some deals and snagged some great cards. However, there was almost a cat out of the bag type of thing going on once it broke that the baseball closing night was full of deals, hit social media. All the other nights of the auction had many more bidders, I'd say. I felt like many more people were locked in and ready to buy the next deal. Another positive was that rare cards sold extremely well via the extended bidding model. When you get to multiple bidders wanting an item, especially one that's rare and doesn't pop up often, the extended bidding allows for buyers to duel it out as long as it's needed until one bidder is left. One of the most important inserts of the 90s sold on the basketball closing night, the Hot Shots die cut from Flair Showcase. The previous eBay auction on this was $7,000 on October 17th. The one that sold via PWCC auction ended at $7,000 as well, but the seller came out ahead versus selling on eBay because PWCC has 8% all-in fees on card sales between $5,000 and $10,000. That puts the fees on this auction at $560 versus $865 on the eBay auction, which is around 12%. There were also 2 record-setting football sales, with the 2018 Panini Kaboom Tom Brady PSA 10 selling for an all-time high of $13,500 and a Josh Allen NT Stars and Stripes RPA selling for an incredible $75,000. My personal favorite positive takeaway from this auction was the entire week was an absolute blast. When buying cards on eBay, sure, it's quick. Yes, you can find millions of cards available right away, but little times do I actually get pumped up about a night of bidding unless there's one specific card I really want for my personal collection. I can say without a doubt, this was the most fun I've ever had buying cards online in my 13 years of collecting. The extending bidding model, the different closing days, the competition, the digging through the thousands of different items to find the hidden gem someone else wasn't looking for made it such a fun atmosphere, and it literally felt like an event experience. I think this is an extremely underrated aspect of the auction and something you wouldn't know unless you actually were sitting there bidding and you partook in it. I had friends texting me asking me how I was preparing for each night of the bidding, and that just goes to show how it really is not just the simple task of buying a card, it's an experience. While I wish everything was sunshine and rainbows, it definitely was not. Now it's time to look at the negatives of the auction. So there were a couple in this auction, and there's no way to sugarcoat it. First, while the buyers in this auction crushed it from a deal standpoint, that also means that many sellers who sold those deals got the short end of the stick. They did not make out as well as they're probably hoping for. And in my opinion, it was a result of a couple of things. This was the first ever off eBay PWCC auction executed, and they lost the exposure of their eBay auctions, and then they had to build their own platform in 2 months on top of that, and then also market to their entire customer base. There were 40,000 items that were in the first auction. That was a result of missing September's scheduled auction on eBay. Basically, it was 2 months worth of items rolled all up into one auction. And while the rare and sought after cards did very well, some of the less sought after cards struggled just due to lack of interest. Now, I will say, most of that came on the first day of baseball. Something like this Eloy Jimenez Mystery Redemption Auto PSA 9 sold for $28, while the last sale on eBay was $105 on September 13th. Now, that sale was prior to the White Sox's season ending, so some of that might be a function of normal offseason trends and dips in the baseball card market. But on the flip side, some of the base PSA 10 cards actually held their own quite well. There were 6 total Michael Porter Jr. 2018 Prism base rookie PSA 10s to sell in the auction, and they sold for an average of $113. There were 2 eBay auctions that sold the same night for an average of $116. Even with this negative, there was at least a positive for those sellers. Anyone that had a card in this auction and was selling was probably aware of the auction in the first place. They knew about it, and they are more likely to end up bidding in the auction. And if they took advantage of the deals any of the nights, they had an avenue to recoup some of the losses on some of the cards that they might have sold under the market value. Another con was the server was slow on Google Chrome for a lot of users, and one of those people being our very own Slapstocks Nate. He had a very tough time getting on and loading the auction, especially on the football card day, but it worked for him on the basketball card day, as I know he was able to snag a couple cards for his collection. I've already been talking to PWCC about it, and I have been informed that the site speed will be improved for November's auction, hopefully alleviating any sort of page loading difficulty through Google Chrome or any browser for that matter. Now it's time to talk about my personal experience with buying in the auction. First, I'm going to show what I was able to win. I placed a bid on a total of 387 different items and won 20 total items, just 5%. The reason why I bid on so many items was because of needing to bid on the item prior to the extended bidding window to qualify for that night. I wasn't sure what would be underpriced or overpriced, so my strategy was to place as many bids as I could as early as possible for $10 and up to qualify for everything I might have been interested in. First, I will display the 20 items I came away with, and after that, I will discuss the 2 different extended bidding strategies that I used, and you might find it useful yourself. On Sunday night, I won 6 different baseball cards, and some of these were by far the best deals of the whole week. I won 3 Wander Franco cards, an Ohtani, a Buehler, a Acuna, but the best deals for sure came out of the Wander Francos, as I did get a 2019 Bowman Chrome Auto PSA 9 for $775, and that's valued around $1,250 on eBay, and also a Bowman Sterling Refractor numbered out of $199, a PSA 10, and that one went for $110 to me, but the last one sold for $252 on October 18th, so those were some great deals. Monday night was the basketball close, and I only bid on a few items, and I didn't come away with any of them either. The one I won the most was the Giannis 2013 National Treasures Jersey Rookie Card numbered out of 99 PSA 9. That one went for $900. When I placed a bid in extended bidding, it said current bid $900. It said my max bid was $900. However, it said I was losing. I thought it was a glitch in the system at first, so I actually stopped bidding on it stupidly. But once I realized it ended, it said I didn't win. It said the winning bidder won for $900, and it wasn't me. So I then realized that the person that bid on it also bid $900, but they did it before me, went right over my head, and then I lost it. So I guess you all can learn from my mistake on that one. Another one that I missed out on was a 2018 Immaculate LeBron out of 99 PSA 10 that sold for $410, a great deal. But I was looking at other items and the extended bidding window closed, so really you got to keep up on the items you want to for extended bidding. Tuesday night, I grabbed 3 beautiful Brett Favre cards and a Lamar Jackson Optic Pink Rookie BGS 9.5. The 2004 Topps Chrome Favre Refractor PSA 10 was by far the best buy, with the last PSA 10 sale going for $400 on September 29th. As for Wednesday night, that was my big night. That was the soccer night. I had hundreds of bids out there on different cards. Plenty of the cards went well over what I was willing to pay, so I really didn't win that many. I only got 4. One being a Will Trapp Purple Velocity for $10 that I didn't even really want. I placed the initial bid and forgot about it, ended up winning. Rodrigo Este La Liga PSA 10 rookie and an extremely rare Rashford Cyrillic text short print PSA 9. The big one, though, was an Mbappe Select Field Level Copper rookie numbered out 49 PSA 8. Got that one for $19.75. I was really pumped to land that one as the color from this set extremely rare and beautiful. Funny enough, I actually also grabbed a comic book on Wednesday night. Iron Man number 5 it was, and that one's going to go in my cabinet. And then for Thursday, the TCG day, snagged 5 different Pokemon cards. Those were amazing deals. That actually rivaled the baseball day. Total spend of $752 with the market value around $1,410. The best deal by far was the Charizard Burning Shadows Secret Rare PSA 8.5. And that one I got for $150 and a PSA 8 sold for $300. All in all, the total spend was $5,345. No shipping, no tax. All of them automatically transferred into my vault account. If I do want any of them fulfilled to me, it will be a fee of just 1% of the insured value, which is much better in comparison than paying the state taxes if I were to pay them and ship them to me right away. I was extremely pleased with the cards and the prices I won them at. Super great winnings in my opinion. I was just super pumped about it. As for the 2 different bidding strategies I used on the night of the close, it was totally dependent on the cards itself. Cards I wasn't like, I need that. I placed a max bid for what I was willing to pay after the first 30 minutes of extended bidding went down. If I won it, I won. If I lost, I lost. Either way, I was only paying what I wanted. If you're deterred from using this strategy because you're worried the extended bidding windows will just keep going and going and going, your max bid would get, it'll go over your max bid. An example of when I did this was for the Charizard PSA 8.5 Burning Shadows Secret Rare. I won it for $150, but I put my max bid in of $275 like way early on, just attempting to get a deal on it because the PSA 8 went for $300. And it actually worked. I won for $150. No one kept on going. They didn't keep on bidding me up. Just ended at $150 and I got that deal. That was great. The other strategy was cards I really wanted. And my best example for that was the Favre 2004 Topps from Refractor and also the Kylian Mbappe Copper numbered out 49 PSA 8. For both of those cards, I kept on placing a bid in each extended bidding window to try to last out the next highest bidder. Eventually, I did end up winning both of them. However, for the first auction, it was extremely difficult to track multiple bids at one time in extended bidding. So what I did was I just focused on a couple cards towards the end of the auction each day. The good thing is that PWCC is implementing a new bidding feature called batch bidding in November, where you can actually bid on all the items you want at one time in extended bidding. You don't have to go through and click on each individual item to extend the auction further. You can also do the pre-place max bid option like normal. Another improvement that's being made is what I mentioned earlier, the overall site speed quality, making sure that those using Google Chrome aren't struggling to load items or load bidding or any of that nature. There will also be different interface updates and tweaks that will be put out throughout the site for the November auction as well. As of this video going live on Friday, the baseball auction is live right now and available for you to bid on. Tonight, basketball launches at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Saturday, football will be going live. Sunday is the soccer, hockey, UFC, Formula 1, and non-sport. Monday is the TCG, and Tuesday is the final round. And when I said get your bids in earlier, I say it for a specific reason. You much rather qualify for extended bidding on all of the cards you want for a low bid of 10, 15, 20, or however many dollars it requires you to place a bid versus a week later when it's potentially hundreds or thousands of dollars to get a bid in on a card you want. It lets you get in for extremely low risk right away, and then the night of, you can assess if you do want to place extended bids at 7 p.m. Pacific time or later to win those items. In the end, I could not have been happier with my experience in the first ever off eBay PWCC monthly auction. It was awesome to come away with some great cards for great deals. The entire week was so much fun, tracking what was selling high, what was selling low, being able to focus on different sports on different days. It made it so easy to track and see what was ending. If you do want to register to bid in this month's auction, be sure to hit the link in the video description to place your bids now to qualify for the extended bidding. I'm super excited for the November monthly auction. I hope you are too. I thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next episode.